I've received another interesting text message saying, would you consider talking about, is it okay for me to live with my parents? I'm a graduate from college, I've got a good job, and I'm thinking about living with my parents to save money. So would you address that? Well, this is the third time that I've had that message, so I'm going to go ahead and address it. Of course, it's okay to live with your mom and dad. I mean, shoot, they've got that house. They're not doing anything with it. They've got lots of time and they don't have a life. Yes, live with your mom and dad. And hey, by the way, while you're living with your mom and dad, she loves to do your laundry and pick up after you. And by the way, although you eat more than they do combined, don't worry about paying for part of the groceries because you're so special. You're their favorite child. You're wonderful and precious in God's eyes. So yes, it's okay for you to be a complete leech, sucking all the life out of your parents' lifestyle. It's okay that your mom and dad can't get naked on the back patio because they're afraid you might walk in anytime and drop your clothes in the middle of the living room and steal food out of the kitchen. Yes, it's okay. It's okay for you to suck all the life out of your own life and their life because you're just a leech. Okay. You like that message? 1/3 of all the millennials are living at home with their parents, and it's unacceptable. It's ridiculous. Here's why it's ridiculous. Your mom and dad's generation and your grandparents' generation worked 2 or 3 jobs to be able to afford to live on their own or to buy their first home. And you're hardly even willing to work 1 full-time job. Your mom and dad didn't buy a $7 Starbucks or have a brand new cell phone every time it came out. Your mom and dad, when they had to decide whether to pay rent or go on vacation, didn't go on vacation. They paid rent. See, there's a real problem, and the problem is this generation is a bunch of spoiled people that believe other people owe them. And it's just not right, and you need to get over that. You need to get a 2nd or 3rd job, get 2 or 3 roommates, and go get an apartment and get away from your parents. If you're in corporate America right now and you have a real job and you're living with your parents, please do not tell anyone you're living with your parents. If you worked for me and I found out you were living with your parents and I was paying you that much money and I'm expecting you to be an intellectual adult, there better be a great reason. So here are a couple of great reasons why you might live with your parents. Number 1, it's a short-term gig because your lease just ended and you're about to get married and move in with your new spouse in 4 months. Okay, I get that. Perfect. Number 2, you had a good job. You had a great business idea. You sat down and talked to your parents and said, I'm thinking about going full-time. It's going to take 1 year to launch this business. I'm going to get up and leave the house at 6:30 in the morning. I'm not coming home till 7 o'clock. I'm going to build this business and it's going to change my life. That is a reason. That is a reason to live with your parents for a period of time. But a period of time doesn't mean you're there all the time. You're hanging out. You're all over the sofa playing video games. If you're doing that, you're just a leech. And you're just a dirtbag. Get out of there. Finally, let's say that you got accepted to a graduate school in Spain and you want to move to Spain, but they don't accept students till October. That's an October start date. And so you've got 4 months and you're going to save money, you're going to study, you're going to prepare, you're going to get ready for that. I understand that completely. Any short-term gig, that's acceptable. But there is nothing acceptable about you living with your parents unless your parents are struggling and they move in with you.